question is, which one did he marry? Who knows?
The banker.
He married the one with the big boob. Yeah!
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Golden Bachelor. The first thing that they showed during the Golden Bachelor, they showed Gerry's car. They'll be teasing a lot, like recently, like this. There always be like a scene at the beginning. What's going to happen? They're teasing us. They love to tease us. Let's say tell us what's going on, like, you know, they usually choose one person to say. Let's just tell us that we have 12 ladies left.
12 of us left. It's definitely getting kind of crunch time because I think we all have feelings for Gerry.
It's week 3. They show Kathy, they show the lady, they are making a joke. They name themselves.
Asking. A for April, S for Susan, K for Kathy, N for Nancy. Asking. You're asking, we're telling.
Kathy said that Teresa's clothes are so tiny. Oh my goodness. Now you're gonna see there's a lot of Kathy and Teresa in this episode, going back and forth. That would be interesting to talk about them. Kathy is talking about Teresa's clothes, they are so tiny. She can't believe she came with those clothes in the suitcase.
Clothes are so tiny. She's got like, she pulls out 5 shirts out of a bag. That's my bag for like my underwear.
So Teresa wear a lot of tiny clothes like this shirt. Jesse came and said this week is gonna be one group date and one romantic one-on-one. See, the good thing about the group date is, oh, Gerry decided all of you will be part of the group date, and the group date will be the talent show. So the 12 ladies will be part of the group date, and the romantic one-on-one will be choose later. So the person who's going to the group date will also have a one-on-one. This is so cool for that person. She says she doesn't have any talent, she doesn't know what to choose. Likely say, oh, I'll be performing my whole life, so this thing is good for me. Going to a place where they have like a whole big audience. It's really like a theater room, like this, like you have the audience, a little bit like an open mic, and they have the audience. Gerry's there, Jesse's there.
Caitlin Bristol.
Oh my gosh, you're all stunning and sweet and look really terrified.
So it's gonna be a whole talent show, and they show a lot of contestants, a lot of ladies showing their talent. Sandra was so funny. She said she made a story about like, oh, there's this man, he's dating 2 ladies, and one lady he gave like $1,000. She saved 200, and she spent 200, saved 800. Oh, so she put the 800 in the bank. The other lady, she used 800 and saved 200. She asked,
Which one did he marry? Who knows?
The banker.
He married the one with the big boobs.
that was funny. And that was Sandra's story. She's very good at like open mic. Susan break, like she do like those, I don't know, so card the thing, she breaks something. And Ellen, she's a teacher, she take sex education. She sing a song. April is funny, she's doing April is having her TikTok.
You will never, ever regret being you.
And we have Leslie, she's dancing. Leslie was dancing so well. I appreciate like the break dance. But after she started giving the lap dance to Gerry, I'm like, oh my God, Leslie, what are you doing? And all the ladies start to be a little bit uncomfortable because I'm like, come on, Leslie, don't do that. It was a fun performance. I'm not saying like it was bad. It was also a fun performance. The funny thing that she did after dancing, she said, oh, I also can bake.
I bake too.
Good for you, Leslie. And then John did such a good poem. I wish I have that to tell you. I just remember the title of the poem say, I hope I don't vomit on your shoes.
Oh, and it's titled, I just hope I don't vomit on your shoes.
And she made the poem about how she came to meet Gerry for the first time, how she had to leave the limo, and everything was like rhyming very well.
Without a talent to expose, I recite this poem to you, Gerry, because I really just want another rose.
It was a very good poem.
Being on this stage could really give me the blues, and that you'll give me some extra point for just not vomiting on your shoes.
And Leslie, she said, oh, I danced this much, maybe I will get that special time with Gary, because it's not just a group date, right? But if you win, like we always saw, like in The Bachelor, if you win, you get to spend time with Gary. You get to have like your own one-on-one, like a dinner date. Leslie didn't win. My girl Joan win. I was so happy because since the show started, episode 3, yes, last week episode 2 we saw a little bit of Joan conversation with Gary on the bunk bed, but this time they actually showed Joan because they feature her story. It wasn't just like a quick, just quick, like the other girl. We were able to see what Joan. We were able to listen to her story to the poem, and I really liked that. I was so happy. It's okay, Joan and Gary have started to form like a connection. I was so happy. But these people caution me again. Why can you do this? You hear me talking in this show, talking about the Golden Bachelor. This is the 3rd episode. I keep saying, John is my favorite. John is my favorite. You caution me. No, they didn't caution me. It's just life, Life happens, situation happen. We cannot really predict what's gonna happen, It's just life. During the one-on-one time, right, in the evening portion, Gary and John have their own date, and Gary said, oh, he was rooting for her to do it because John was saying, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have a talent. Gary said, I was like silently holding for you. It's like, you got this, John, you can do it. John had a conversation with Gary. John's talk about after her husband passed away, she tried to date. The first year it was kind of hard. She started dating. She realized that she wasn't ready. It took a little bit of time. It took a couple of years. She kept trying. And this time, this golden opportunity with the Golden Bachelor came. So she took this opportunity to come here.
This is an opportunity that I just can't let go. And especially since, like, I saw you. I know, I agree with you.
She's so busy because, like, every time she would try to date, she'll have her life, she'll have family to take care of, she'll have her children to help and stuff like that. And this time, her daughter gave birth, so she still took like the golden opportunity because it's like this doesn't come often. Like maybe it's for me, it's time for me to start something new with my life. So my husband passed away years ago, and
Like, for the first time in my life, I thought, I am really going to do something for myself because I think I'm ready.
but the problem is like her daughter gave birth with a C-section, so I guess if it's not like a natural birth, C-section, it takes more time to heal, and maybe she might need the grandma to help. Even if it's a natural birth, you still might need the grandmother to help. And yeah, it was just unfortunate that this happened because Gary was so excited about his date with John. Even when they were still talking, Gary gave John the host. He said, oh, this is the host. I'm so happy about this connection. I feel like I'm starting something new. I started a new connection with John.
I feel like it's the first step on a very strong connection.
If you keep going, it might go to be something very great. I'm like, even when I saw John, say, this girl's gonna be she's gonna go so far. I really wanted that for her. But the next day, after like the commercial came back, we saw John on the phone talking to her daughter. Apparently, her daughter is not feeling well. She needs her mom. The C-section, I think she's still healing for that. And maybe she needs her with the baby. I feel so bad because John want to do something for herself. It's been a while, and she also have a daughter and a granddaughter to take care of. It's just sad. Like family situation, circumstances always happen, and nobody can predict when things will happen. And maybe it was okay at the beginning when she came, and now things got a little bit complicated. So Gary was so happy about his date with John last night. He feels so happy.
I woke up this morning feeling like $1,000,000.
Oh, I have another one-on-one date. I'm so happy. And by the way, the one-on-one date, the person who's going on the one-on-one date would be Ellen. I feel bad for Fig. And Fig thought that, oh, maybe this is a moment we finally have with Gary. But Ellen got the one-on-one, the romantic one-on-one that they were talking about. And so Gerry was so happy. You see him all dressed up. And John have to talk to him outside. He said, "Oh, I'm happy to see you." He doesn't know what's going on. They have a conversation. He's like happy. And then the more she talked, the more he became sad. He said, "Oh, I understand. It's not really for understand. I understand you have some responsibility. I'm sad. I'm sad. But I understand the situation."
Sometimes the right thing to do is the hardest. I understand. So disappointed.
Me too.
I'll be with you.
Thank you.
And so it was just sad to see that. John said, "I was really happy to build a connection with you. I was really looking forward for this, but it's just like life, situation happen. You cannot do anything about it." He was very sad. Even outside, like we saw, like even when they made the announcement that Ellen has a one-on-one with Gerry, Gerry was already there, but he was still sad outside, and I feel bad. He said, "Okay, this happened, but I still have to look forward. I have a date today, and I'm very happy to get to know Ellen." And some guy came in the house. I don't know, a designer. I didn't take his name. I'm sorry.
I'm fashion designer Michael Costello.
So he helped Ellen choose the dress that she's gonna wear. And my girl John went home. I was really looking forward that John has to be the next bachelorette. I wanted her to go far so that she become the next bachelor, but I don't know. We still have 11 other ladies, and the possibility of a Golden Bachelor happening, it's gonna be a lot of people to choose for. But still, please consider John. Don't forget about her. Okay, so let's move on to Ellen date. The designer helped her choose dresses. She tried a lot of different dresses.
You look beautiful. Wow, wow, wow.
I thought, oh, she's getting the pretty woman date. Technically, it's still like a pretty woman date, but they're not going to make her tired to do all the shopping. So he came to her and introduced all those dresses that she got to choose the dress that she want to wear. She wore a beautiful red dress. She looks stunning, by the way.
You look beautiful. Oh my goodness. She looks stunning.
Ellen and Gerry, they look all fancy. Gerry said that Ellen is a woman he feels the most comfortable, the most himself with.
Ellen is the one that I can be most myself with.
Like he's been talking to all those ladies, but when he talks with Ellen, it's comforting. He feel like he's mostly himself when he's with Ellen. And all he needs is like now the connection to go to like a romantic connection. I'm like, wow, he's the most comfortable with Ellen. Remember during the photo shoot day that like he have the photo shoot with other people. He framed one of the photo, his wedding photo with Ellen. He gave it to us as a present. That was just very nice. I'm so happy for her, for the connection. So Ellen asked question to Gerry, "How was your wedding?" I said, "I don't remember my wedding. That's been 50 years ago. It's been a long time." She only remember like the picture. He's talking about his story, like he and his wife got married. They were very young. They were so poor. Sometimes they were inviting the parents just because they know the parents come with grocery.
We were so poor that we invited our parents for visits because we knew they'd bring groceries.
Oh my goodness.
I totally relate to that, like not the marriage part, but I'm like, there are some days when I move alone by myself like 3 years ago, I was really struggling still financially. Like I'm way better now, but someday I didn't have food, so I have to go to my parents' place just to get food because I'm broke. After paying my rent, I have no food to eat. It's like it was tough. I remember back in 2020. Oh God, yeah. So he wanted to tell the story about his wife. Like he literally invited the parents to come and visit because they will always bring something. They get along so well. They get along so well. By the way, Ellen did, everything happened so well. They went into the hot air balloon. They kept talking, they kissed. Gerry gave her the hose, so she got the hose. During the date, when they were still on the date, something's going on in the house. We see Teresa keep talk about her date. Oh my God, Teresa. So Teresa was talking about her date, how amazing and magical her date was. We know that Teresa's date was very fancy and magical. There's no denial about that. But she keep talking about, oh, we were talking about going on the sunset, like we've been talking about traveling. And I feel bad. Maybe Teresa don't mean it that way, hi. But she's talking about that. She doesn't realize that, oh, I might be talking about somebody and she might find that it might really affect her. Maybe she will be insecure about that. Go step by step. I don't want to skip and just go to the conclusion. So Teresa keep talking about her date with Gerry. Teresa told Kathy about her date, but Kathy doesn't want to hear it. Teresa keep talking about her date in the kitchen.
Our date was off the charts. It was insanely good. We were smiling the whole time. He was talking about the future.
And now, because Teresa talk about her date all the time, Kathy said, what did she think? She thinks that she got it.
I think she thinks she's got this.
Teresa didn't say that she got it, but the way she's talking about her date can make other people insecure, or like if your connection is not that strong with Gerry. And I feel bad for Kathy. Kathy said, oh, the way she was talking to me, I felt like, oh, she already got it. You, Kathy, you'll be out of the house. This is how, from Kathy's perspective, because we're going to talk about people perspective here. From Kathy's perspective, the way Teresa talking about her date is kind of like, oh, I don't know what you guys are doing yet. I'm the winner. Gerry's gonna pick me. So we're talking about traveling.
I was at the point where, okay, let's do it. I said, okay, let's do it. I said, let's go.
We're talking about watching the sunset. We're talking about this. We're talking about that, and that make Teresa, Kathy feel very insecure about her connection with Gerry. You know. She doesn't want to hear Teresa keep talking about her date. Kathy starts to feel like, oh, I'm going home. Like, why am I here? April told Teresa to keep her mouth shut. So the thing is, like, when people usually talk about something, they're 12 lady, not 11, dating Gerry, you know. Sometimes you have to keep your thing to yourself. Like, the way she was talking about the date, she might not mean any harm, but she was unaware of the situation.
The only way to handle that is with dignity and respect for him and you. Keep your mouth shut.
She didn't say Teresa, she said, if you have a connection, you have to keep whatever going on with you and Gerry private. Now Teresa took it as an offense. She talked to April. She said, oh, you were talking about me when you see that we are supposed to keep our connection to ourselves. April said something about, yes, I was talking about that.
So were you talking about me?
I think you should take that with Kathy.
You were speaking on her behalf?
Yes, I was.
So Gerry and April finally got the time, one-on-one time. You know, April has been struggling since, like, she got the first impression was, like, she has been struggling, like, to bring back that connection with Gerry. Even though she's been here, they haven't have, like, or they didn't show that special moment with her and Gerry. Finally, during the cocktail hour here, they show April and Gerry, they deeper the connection again. So I'm happy for her. They talk about the time when they were riding a motorcycle. Like Gerry said, oh, when I was young, when I was used to ride my motorcycle, I just decided to go this road and I just let my motorcycle take me this.
I'd flip a coin in the morning. Which direction am I going? East or west?
See?
I would just go.
What they talking about? The love for motorcycle and all the things as well.
I felt like, God, there's something in you, and I just want to explore it.
This could blossom into something.
I'm so happy to hear
Yeah.
that.
Drama portion we have April and Teresa. April says she's protective of Kathy because she can't understand the way Kathy was feeling, you know. Now, Kathy, she didn't feel secure about her connection anymore after hearing Teresa talking about her date so many times. So Kathy have a conversation with Gerry. She tried to keep it together, but Kathy, like the funny lady, charismatic lady, she felt like you really saw a different side of her. I didn't expect that. She said, oh, it's been a very rough day. She told Gerry it's been very difficult. So Gerry wanted to do something special for Kathy, like he bring her a rose because Kathy was like really feeling insecure, like, oh, I might go home. Maybe I don't even have a connection. Since Teresa probably is gonna marry Gary, why am I here? That security. Guys, this is me coming from the editing home. After watching the show again, I realized that I'm not Team Kathy or Team Teresa in this argument. So Teresa have a date with Gerry, and for her own perspective, the date was so magical. They're talking about riding the sunset, do this and do that. So she was talking about a date. For her perspective, she have a great connection with Gary, but I don't think she meant to make Kathy feel insecure about her connection. And also, I think that Kathy have a connection with Gary, but hearing what Teresa say might make Kathy feel insecure about her connection, because she said, oh, if you have all this with her, what about me? And I think I talk about that in my video. Just like Edith say, in an environment where there's a lot of ladies competing for one man, this kind of situation can have. So it's not like Teresa is high or Kathy is high. It's just in this situation, one person feels very strong about her connection with Gary, and the other person doesn't feel that she's there with Gary. I don't think they don't get along. Their personality is different, and we can see at the beginning of the episode Teresa talking about Kathy talking about Teresa clothes. I just think they are so different, and sometimes Teresa might talk too much, but she doesn't mean to hurt somebody. And you can see the other girl who have like also secure connection with Gary, they are not worried about any of this. Thank you. Kathy come back with the host. I was like, if it was like the regular Bachelor, somebody come back with the host, oh my God. The girl will look at you in a certain way, but they were all clapping for Kathy. Again, Golden Bachelor, different from the younger version. Like, they were all happy. Even Teresa, who did it, like, get along with Kathy, because like the way they talk, they're a little bit different, like different personality. But she was also clapping for Kathy, but Kathy was like, she even in the trailer that you're gonna see, like, oh, they really don't see eye to eyes, and it would be interesting to talk about that. So Kathy, after Kathy got her rose from Gary, we don't have the rose ceremony yet. Teresa asked to talk to Kathy, and this is where Kathy say about it, because before I didn't understand the story why Kathy felt that way. Now Kathy opened up about it, felt like the way you were talking about Gary, the way you were talking about this, like, my connection with Gary doesn't matter because your connection is so great. So this is where Kathy actually expressed why she was feeling.
Me and Gerry have a huge connection. Here's my problem. You have made me feel like he and I are going off in the sunset. Go pack, because you're going home.
Yes, I said, oh, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. But the thing is that Kathy doesn't believe anything that Teresa says. She said Teresa might be like the dumbest person, but she actually playing games. So Kathy doesn't believe anything Teresa says. When Kathy and Teresa were talking in the room, Gary came. There was a disappointment in his face when Gary realized that, oh my God, the person who made Kathy feel this way was Teresa. Teresa, the lady who was supposed to ride the sunset with. The lady will have the most magical day. Yeah, it was just sad to see that.
I can't believe it was Teresa. This is very unfortunate.
Because like, I really like Teresa's connection with Gary so far. Now Gary's like having a little bit of doubt. It's like, okay, the person that I feel like she's so great, where is she in the drama? Gary said, I'm not here to deal with this thing. I don't have time to deal with this type of drama. So Gary's worried. Gary told Teresa, this is what different again from the regular Bachelor. Gary said, oh, if you feel that, if you worry about what she thinks, you should just let it go. If you think that, okay, When I was talking about my date, it wasn't to make her feel insecure, so you should just let it go.
In your heart, you don't believe that you were doing anything to hurt someone, then I think you should let it go.
Kathy doesn't like the way Teresa talks, so it's going to be interesting to watch next week and see what's going on. Like, okay, let's talk about the rose ceremony. I feel like I talk too much. I try to keep in the 20-something mark with the Golden Bachelor. I don't want to have a very long video to edit. April
Food is so stressful you could actually cut it with a knife.
April is funny. Okay, the rose ceremony. We all already know Ellen got the rose. Kathy got the rose. John got the rose, but she left. I think that rose doesn't count. So 2 people got the rose. 11 ladies left. 2 people got the rose. That means 9 ladies to receive the rose. The first rose went to Faith.
Faith, will you accept this rose?
Gladly. Thank you.
I'm very glad Faith. Among all the drama that was going on, she was able to build back her connection with Gerry. Sandra, the second one.
Sandra, will you accept this rose?
Like a hole in one.
They don't show Sandra at all, but she has a strong connection with Gerry. She's not in any drama. Our Black Queen is doing well. Leslie got the third rose.
Will you accept this rose?
Nancy got the fourth rose.
Nancy?
Susan the fifth.
Susan?
April the sixth.
April, will you accept this rose?
And your heart.
Thank you.
And finally, I knew that there's no way Teresa is going home. So Teresa got the last one.
Teresa, will you accept this rose?
I would love to. Thank you so much.
That means who's going home? Our golden hair. Eden is going home and Christina is going home.
Edith, Christina, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, every lady left. A main character lady, the lady that they show a lot. It'll be interesting. The top 9 is gonna be interesting. Now I'm scared who's gonna go home next week. There will be tears in my eyes when I see people leaving. And they show like the end credit. The lady is just joking. Kathy said that if it doesn't work out with Gerry, she will live with Susan, but the thing that she's worried about.
Have a first row seat to your gas.
Guacamole. You know, because I don't eat that all the time. It was definitely the meatballs.
That was kind of funny. Okay, see you guys in paradise. Okay, bye.